So we've been printing and assembling the awesome Runabout model that CPT Specky, aka Patrick, posted on Thingiverse. And we just wanted to go over some of the changes we've been making for our version before we glue it up. My son got an Ender 3 for Christmas, and we've also been watching Deep Space Nine in the evenings. And so this seemed like kind of the perfect project. Although it's been a little bit more complicated after getting into the details, of course, but it's been fun though. So one of the biggest changes is the LEDs are being driven by this Arduino Micro right here. I'll plug that in there. And you can see that a lot of the lights are going now. Here's the nacelle lights. So the reason for this is to be able to power it on battery so that we can, fly it around. But they do have the limitation of being a maximum of 5 voltage output. So these aren't going to be as bright as the one Patrick was showing, but it will be portable. So the output lines on the Arduino are all rated at 40 milliamps. So this means, I hope, keeping it at 2 LEDs per output, which each are rated at 20 milliamps, and also putting a resistor in there to limit it a little bit more. Cross fingers that this is safe. Very much a novice in electronics. But it also has a dedicated 5-volt line with more current on it, and we're using that to power the nacelle, all 6 nacelle lights in parallel, as well as these small 3mm LEDs for the navigation lights in the nacelles here. So it was fun to put together the code for the blinking patterns, what are these called? The beacon lights. Those are kind of going on a ramp down, and the warp core light you can see here is kind of going on a breathe, they call it, which is kind of lights it up and then hangs out and then kind of breathes, I guess. Let's see what else. Oh, one other change was that we did the nacelle inserts, or the impulse inserts with a gold filament. I think that turned out looking pretty nice. It's printed pretty thin layers on the top and bottom, but it's still pretty secure, and it's behind this layer here anyway. Oh, another thing that was we changed was the windows here. You can see on the front and the two front and the back, and 5 in the back, and the ones on the side. They were, when I printed them out, they were a little too big, so I did a little bit of we switched it down to about 98% scale, and then they were able to glue in pretty easily then. Oh, here's another change we did, was to put in the switch here. Because it's going to be portable, we'll need to be able to have a way to turn it on and off. So this is just a little tactile button, and you can see this one's hooked up to the Arduino, and it tells it to go into a sleep mode when that gets clicked, and to also turn it back on when it gets clicked again. Well, I think that's just about all the changes I've got. This has been a lot of fun, and oops, I'll record a little more when it's all glued up.